name's Justin Savage, and I'm going to show you how to tray flip, also known as a 360 flip. Okay, tray flips. This trick is very difficult. It's even difficult for me still. I don't always get full rotation, and I don't always flick it correctly to get full kickflip action going on. You know, it's just one of those tricks that you're gonna have to practice and practice to get them perfect like the pros. But anyway, your foot position, you're gonna want your front foot to be probably as you would as you would be doing a varial. So put your front foot where you would be if you were doing a varial, and put your back foot hanging off the edge, like so. You're gonna want it about right there, and that hanging off, when it's hanging off the edge like that, it gives you the ability to scoop it a full 360, and it'll be and that's foot placement. Now for the trick. Basic idea of this trick is to simultaneously scoop straight backwards, straight back and forward at the same time. So it's going to be a diagonal motion, because if you don't scrape forward enough, you won't land on your board, because the board will end up behind you if you don't scoop it with you. So that's the reasoning behind why you want to scoop it forward, because the board will end up behind you if you don't. So anyway, as you're scooping this in a diagonal forward motion, you're going to want this foot to flick straight off the side. You might want to make a conscious effort to just make it go forward and make sure it gets the whole flick, because sometimes it's difficult to make sure that you get full kickflip rotation. So you're going to scoop with this, scoop as hard as you can, and then flick off the side. Now with the flick action going on, don't flick it as you normally would a kickflip up here. As the board's turning, try to flick. If you can imagine what the board's going to be like in the air, you're going to want to flick that way, because the scoop is going to happen so fast that if you flick the way that you normally would, you're either going to do a 360 pop shove it or land it upside down, which is not good. So as you're scooping, this foot scrapes off this way. Let me show you that. So this foot scrapes off this way, but the board is going to be facing this way as well. So what I'm talking about is you're going to be scooping right here, and the reason why you're scooping that way is because your board's already turned like that, and that gives you the flick you need. If you're not getting enough flick and you're having trouble, try putting your foot farther into the board so that you don't flick so far off that way, and it should give you a little more meat to your kickflip. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And for your back foot is pretty much doing 90% of the work in this, and it's really important that you practice this trick a lot, because you are not going to get it quickly unless you already can 360 pop shove it really well and kickflip and all that. You're probably not going to get it the first day you see it. Anyway, this back foot, you scoop that way as hard as you can, diagonal forward motion, And a lot of problems with this trick is you can only get varial rotation. You only get it to turn a 180. And a way to fix that is, as you're flicking off, it really helps if you sort of lean that way. If you sort of lean and then make a conscious effort to flick it as hard as you can, sort of straight back and forward. It's you'll understand what I'm talking about when you start practicing, but that is the most important part, is scraping that way as hard as you can. See, unlike a varial is more like an ollie, because as you're varialing, you don't really have to scoop your board. However, on this, it's a lot different. So after you get your scoop and the flick down, don't be afraid to land it. That's the last problem you'll encounter, which can be easily fixed by trying to land it in the grass. Now, another reason why you might be afraid is because you still can't get full rotation. And just, you don't have to land it every time. Just try and get your muscles ready to get full rotation and land it. And that is basically how you do it.